What's going on, everybody? This be your boy DJ Anonymous with Sportsbizmusic, episode 16. And I got a special guest, Galeano.
Hey.
I did it right?
Yes, you did. You nailed it.
So, introduce the people before we go in.
What's up, guys? Again, my name is Galeano. I am an artist from South Florida. I'm coming out with an EP called Friendly Skies, filled with R&B and touches of electronic and some different notes of everything.
That's different.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
So before we get into all that, even with your past project, where did that start? Like, where does your music inspiration start? Like,
Wow. Well, I gotta say, one of my biggest inspirations is my uncle, as cheesy as it may sound. He's probably, like, the biggest influence for my music, or at least for me to pursue my music and for even think about music the way that I think about it. He went to school for music, you know, he won an award, he sent in one of his songs to the Billboard Awards, and he actually won. For best written song, it was a contest.
So you was a songwriter?
Yep, he's a songwriter, composer, He does the whole nine. And he introduced me to a lot of music as well. Since I was a kid to now, starting with ABBA, the Beatles, old 70s Spanish music like, you know, Camilo Sesto, Rocio Dúrcal. And then, you know, most recently, jazz, like bossa nova. Oh my God, I'm in love with bossa nova.
So he still writes to this day? Or?
Unfortunately not. As much as I try to get him to, no, he doesn't. He's into other hobbies, so he's given up on that. Hopefully one day I can, you know, reel him back in.
Got to. Like,
yeah, he sings beautifully. He was a part of a group called Avalon, and it was awesome going to see them, you know, their band practice and like a hole in the wall in a really stuffy warehouse. There was no AC whatsoever in the middle of Miami, you know, middle of the summer, mad hot, but it was great just seeing them rock out every single night. It was awesome, and that for me was like, that was enough. That's what I wanted. And from then on, it was just listening to that and then listening to everything else. Erykah Badu, Ella Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
You know, like throwing it way, 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 way back.
Yeah, that's way back.
Yeah, like the scatting that she does is something that I'm in love with. So, and then, you know, Erykah Badu's, you know, like the highs and the lows, the harmonies. Lauryn Hill. Like, I'm about to drop, like, mad R&B artists right now. Mary J. Blige, you know, when you're a kid, you're playing. You leave when MTV and VH1 used to be about music. Yeah,
even BET not even like that no more.
Nothing. It's all about reality. But you could just leave the channel on and it would play.
Yeah.
You'd be singing absolutely every single song. You know, everyone.
So what was the age where you started getting more into music?
Like making it or
just
listening to it?
Like listening to it and just,
like, this is my favorite.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't know. Because again, like, I grew up with music, so it was like from very, very early age, it was something that I wanted to do. I was already in the church choir by the time I was in second grade. From there, I was in the school choir, the chorus. So it's always been there. However, the confidence that I had, I mean, not confidence, but like when I started actually listening to stuff and being like, this is my favorite, probably, like 93, 94 when like Crisscross came out.
God,
and
dang, you made me feel like kind of young and old at the same time.
Right? Yeah, Yeah, but like Crisscross, like it was something I couldn't listen to at all.
Mm-hmm.
I had to sneak and go to my friend's house and listen to it because my mom and my uncle thought it was the devil. That shit is gross. Listen to what they're saying and how they're rapping. Who the hell thinks this is music? And I was like, fuck.
But how was that time though? Like when Crisscross was like big.
How is it? It was fucking crazy. It was weird because I was living in a at that point for like a very brief time, and it sticks out because that's when I really really started. Like I had a favorite, and that was TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool, and you know it was all these artists that were coming out with like more provocative music versus what I was used to and versus what my family was playing at home. You feel me? Like salsa and merengue. It wasn't reggaeton, you know, like reggaeton you gotta basically wear a condom to listen to that shit. You feel me? Like if you listen to true reggaeton, that shit is dirty.
It's very dirty.
No, like we listened like it was like I said, classic salsa, you know, classic merengue, vallenatos, which is native to like Colombia and Venezuela. And things of that nature. So when I couldn't play that shit at home, they'd be like, what the fuck is that? So for me, that era, like it was more of, you know, the big earrings. Mind you, I'm like in 3rd grade trying to get like big fucking hoop earrings. Like I leave the house looking like super nice. Get to my friend's house, like, you ready? Yeah. Give me the shoes, give me the baggy pants, the earrings, you know? We'd get back to her house, we'd try to put on, like, the fake long-ass nails, the ones that curve to be, like, SWV.
Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of. And then, you know, of course, once back in New York, it was the summers. And I know that you heard Summer on Roughly.
Yeah, I did. It was one of the, like... Not, I want to talk about it right now, but like the whole mixtape as a whole, like from track 1 to like the last track, cause only like 8 tracks, wasn't it? Right? Like
I think 9.
8, yeah, but it wasn't too long, but like the it went from like how you call it, like. Went the good, the great. So, like, I started seeing, like, okay, I see what y'all was doing and stuff, but Summer was one of my favorite tracks on there.
Yeah, so, I mean, exactly. So, you heard it, so it had that feel, you know? That kind of, like, summertime, summertime. It was kind of, that's, when I made that song, I had that in mind, and I wanted it to bring it back. Like, ice cream truck running around, you know, fire hydrant just going crazy, you know, super hot again. You don't have central AC in New York. You have the money to put the AC in there, or you don't. And back in the day, a good AC, window AC was like $700.
Damn, back in the day, I don't know how much it costs now.
I don't know. But you think about that, and that's kind of that era, that 92, 93. You got Montel Jordan.
Yeah.
This is how we do it. Yeah. It's fucking, I tried my best to party at my friends' parties. Like, yes, play it. Oh. Once my mom came, put on, like, you know, whatever the fuck she liked. Yeah. Okay.
Nah, because, like, me, you know, being, you know, 26 years old and like young, like, you know, I wasn't, you know, I was a baby around that time, so like just watching like House Party and stuff, like House Party 1, 2, and 3 and things like that, like different movies that came out, movies that came out, you know, in the 90s and stuff. I'm like, damn, like the 90s was really like, you know, just having fun and partying and stuff like that, and you know, of course the 2000s was like that too, but the 2000s was more like, you know, you got to try to get your hustle on. It was more like, you know, going to the clubs and things like that.
Showing off.
Yeah, showing off with the bling bling.
Yeah, that's what, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Bling bling. Wow.
So when did you like started? When did you want to start create music?
Fuck. I don't know. I mean, I did it when I was a kid. I used to, you know, I would probably like make my own. I sang everything. Like, if my friend was here, she'd tell you, I sing everything. And I guess it's a form of freestyle. I don't really mean it. But, like, I will, if I'm bored as fuck or I'm, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. If your phone is ringing, I'll be like, your phone's ringing.
So someone pretty much had to be like, no, you got to pursue music. Or was it yourself that...
I did it myself.
You did it yourself.
But it took a lot of everything in me to do it because I didn't have a support system like that. You understand? Like, it's not throwing any dirt or throwing anybody under the bus, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles for me. Yeah, so at one point it was like, and I went to college. I dropped out of high school. I got my GED. I went to college, and then I was doing the graphic design thing, and I was in the middle of, what fucking class was that? HTML. Like, I was going way too fast, and I was still on, like, typing the letter H.
What does what does that mean? HMT? What's it?
HTML is a form of, it's how, like, some of the stuff on the internet work. So it's kind of like, help me out here.
What?
HTML.
It's just like a language for how you code websites.
Oh, so it's pretty much like coding. Okay.
It's how you build a website. I should know this.
Because the closer I got to coding was MySpace.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. That's basically it. Because more intricate and, like, basically, you have to, like, be careful with your spaces and where you put... Everything has to be perfect. And... I don't know, I just got lost in the middle of it, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I started writing, and even before that, like, back in high school, I had, like, a little group going on and everything, but it wasn't that serious. It was serious that day. That I said, I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back to school.
What school did you go to?
Which one? What kind?
Like, high school.
High school?
Yeah.
So many. Okay. White Plains High School in New York, and then I came down here, and I bounced around a little bit. I went to Miami Sunset Senior High, then I went to Stranahan.
Stranahan?
Yeah, Stranahan High School.
Okay.
And then I got my GED at Plantation.
Okay. Just making sure, because I want to make sure that you ain't go to none of my rival schools and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
I was a team spirit down here, trust me. When I left New York, I was not team spirit.
So to get back, you said you pretty much fell out of love with graphic design, and you started writing. So what happened after that? That's when you started, all right, I'm gonna record. So when was the first time you recorded a song?
I feel like I'm falling.
For real?
Yeah, it was. I don't know why it's not showing up on my SoundCloud, but whatever. It's
because I was about to say that because I was trying to go on your SoundCloud and I seen like the interview your last interview that you had, but I was trying to look for like some other songs and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
it's not showing up, and I have another one as well. But Feel Like I'm Falling is a track that was as soon as I dropped out of college, I Googled like best producer in like South Florida. So this guy comes up who has, like, all these credits with, like, Madonna and shit. And I went to him, and I got charged a buttload of money. Much money. But it was an experience, And I'm not in love with the song. It's not my favorite song.
But it's your first song.
It's my first song. It's like my baby, But that was the beginning. And after that, obviously I knew it wasn't going to work out doing, spending so much money on just one song. I wasn't going to get anywhere. Mm-hmm. Because I was going to go broke.
Yeah, just one song.
So I started to look around. I started to do my own thing little by little. And maybe it took me, like, a couple of years to get it actually going. Like, people think that, you just... You come up with something and put it out there, and boom, and just
that's why.
Happens.
That's
it's a process.
Yeah, like, I tell people all the time, like, whether you're an artist, a producer, a DJ, an engineer, anything that you do in music, it's a grind. Like, sometimes you have to do other things to gain that back. Yeah. So that's why I got the podcast. The podcast is helping me. but I'm still, wanting to get in that craft with the music and stuff, like creating new music and just finding new artists to work with and things like that.
That's cool. That's definitely good.
Yeah.